Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon stream today, guys. Actually, I guess yesterday. We got new information for a brand new series in the Pokemon Horizons series. For regular listeners, that wouldn't matter at all. But this is the Hidden Power podcast, and I think what we're excited to do is to draw some connections and to formulate some theories. Listen, we already got the theories. The theories are locked in. we got some ideas on how this new anime series is going to tie in and hint at what we're going to see in Pokemon Legends ZA. We also have a couple other things that might hint at what we're going to see in Legends ZA. So we got theories today. We got some hints. I don't think any rumors. I don't think any rumors today, but we're going to be going over the news and breaking this all down. This is going to be fun. It's a Friday. We're cozy. We're relaxed. The sun is shining. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also with TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
How you guys doing today?
Dude, I'm good. Look, you said that like, oh, we're looking at this thinking about the theories. No, I'm just excited, man. I'm hyped about it. I love the anime. It's so good. I know no one wants to hear this, but I'm sorry, but the Ash Ketchum anime hasn't been this good since a while.
Really?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Journeys, the thing, I think, and, that's kind of a fun, like, starting point is, something that we even put on our Twitter is, so they're getting a time skip, which is something that didn't happen in the original anime, and all I'm saying is Ash Ketchum, they ended him on a bad note. I mean, Aim to be a Master, that was, like, the last little arc for him, was, like, one of the worst moments of the series in so many people's opinions, not just my own. But they're treating these, they're putting a lot of risk into these, I think. And I think that might have been the thing with Ash too, was like, he'd been going on at 25 years. A time skip is a big risk, so it's like, let's not do anything crazy with Ash Ketchum so that we don't ruin it. But the irony of it is, okay, because you played it too safe with him, I think that's what ruined it. Meanwhile, I think it's no secret that, like, Horizons is going to be a Gen 9 anime and probably end, and then a Gen 10 anime will be a different thing. I think that's obvious by, like, the Paldea Pokemon being at the forefront of this and Terapagos being at the forefront of this. I think it's obvious. So, like, they're able to take risks because it's like, worst case scenario, if this ruins the show, it's fine. It's ending next year anyways,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't even watched this show, but I think what's interesting. So I'll just lay this out, right? I don't watch Horizons, but what we're seeing here, right? We got a brand new. So all the characters are aged up. We see Meowscarada has evolved off screen, which I think is peculiar. You got what is it?
Well, now it has
evolved on screen.
Yeah, it did evolve on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I guess I'm looking at Roy with his Mega Lucario.
Roy looks so cool.
Should we just get right into the juicy theory? I think I kind of want to just get right into it.
Well, what is your juicy theory? I think we might all have different ones.
So I think we're all kind of anticipating Zeraora to be part of Pokemon Legends ZA.
Says who?
Says
we all?
Yeah, I think we've all discussed this before. Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking that for sure.
I don't know. I think it was thought of. My thing is,
let me get it out. Let me get it out. So I think that's a starting point that a lot of people have. That's an idea that a lot of people have played with over the last year. I think some of that is informed by the Terra leak. Some of it. I think there's also just like some theories. There's connective tissue that you can create amongst all of this. But I'm kind of looking at Lucario, and I'm wondering, maybe there were some things that were changed from what we learned in the Terra League. Maybe some things were changed, right?
I see that what you're saying, yeah.
Where instead of this, Zeraora is this like humanoid, yellow, cat-like, creature. I feel like a shiny Lucario is kind of just a very nice slip-in, and Lucario makes a lot more sense with the lore of Mega Evolution being the first one, right, that bonded with humans. I don't know. I'm seeing some connective tissue there. And also, like 2 years ago, actually, when Scarlet and Violet came out, there was a giveaway. There was a free shiny Lucario like mystery gift.
Was it 2 years ago?
It's got to be.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, it was for the DLC, so it was 2 years ago.
Or maybe a year ago.
I thought it was.
No, it's 2 years ago. The DLC was 2 years ago.
That's crazy. No, it was last year.
No, it's
No,
a drought
wasn't.
year last year. Remember,
Last year was
man?
a black hole
Oh my God.
of life.
How
Oh my
nice to live in the world you live in, where we got a game last year.
Insane.
I gotta pull up the chat. I forgot that we're even live.
I know, right?
So
See what they're saying.
yeah, but so I guess what I'm thinking is like this Lucario just feels really intentional. And overall, another piece of evidence is like we're looking at. I guess what I'm just saying is like the anime has never been so closely aligned with the video games, and even down to the. I think we have some images right here on the Hidden Power Twitter, but even down to. Yeah, here we go. Even down to the Mega bracelet that these characters are wearing, right? I don't even know who this new character is. I love him. He's got a Mega Sableye. I love that so much. This guy's wearing a Mega Keystone. Roy's got a Mega Keystone. I don't think Liko has one. And those look identical to... I love these Core scans so much. But they look identical to the main character in Legends ZA, right? We see the main character with a Mega Stone right off the bat. And they have the exact same Mega Ring. Let me see if I can try to get an image here. So I just want to be thinking about today on the stream. I want to be just thinking about the connections between Horizons and Legends ZA. That's what I want to be thinking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think, because Zeraora, like, you know, it'd be cool for it to get a Mega and all, but where that idea is coming from is, of course, from, like, the Terra Leak, you know, it said something about there being, like, a Mega Zeraora, and, like, they wanted it to tie into the anime. But they ended up, it was supposed to be one of the original 6 heroes of Horizons, and they ended up scrapping that. And I'm not saying that means they scrapped Zeraora, but it does make me kind of go, you know, maybe something changed, you know? Like...
Hey, hold on. I think I need to lower something on my end in OBS, because I think
did it crash?
No, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm seeing some weird stuff in OBS. I think it's glitching out a little bit for everyone, so the VOD won't be great.
Okay.
Just recap us, maybe.
Yeah. All right, we are apparently live again. How's everyone doing? I think we fixed the problem. Lumi, do you want to continue what you were saying?
So, you know, people are thinking Mega Zeraora might be involved with this because there was, you know, from the Terra Leak, there was some information that suggested that Zeraora was going to be in the anime. It was actually originally supposed to be one of the first 6 heroes, and it was going to get a Mega Evolution. And they were like, hey, make sure you tie in Mega Zeraora when we're tying in Mega Zeraora and all that stuff. But obviously it didn't end up being one of the 6 heroes. And I feel like we're looking at 2 options, and I'd say they're equally likely. The first option is that, you know, Legends ZA ended up releasing later, and so they kind of had to push Zeraora to be after the 6 heroes plot. That's very possible. But another option, I think, is, I mean, there is a chance that Mega Zeraora is not happening anymore. You know, like, we're looking, when you're looking at the Terra Leak, like, remember how much scrapped concepts we found?
Literally.
Surely there has to be scrapped concepts of ZA somewhere in there too. And it's possible that any details we got about ZA could have been just beta stuff.
I've been saying this for a while. Like, literally everything in the Terra Leak is like cut content. Like, it's like beta content. It's development content. So anything has the potential to be cut. Like, none of it has been officially, the stuff that's not out yet has been officially released. So any of the stuff from that, even if it's leaks, could be cut. Like, you know, it could be cut. So
especially
we don't know really.
The Terra Leaker made a point to, like, say, like, hey, I'm not gonna spread stuff about ZA or stuff about Gen 10. Like, he made it clear he wanted to kind of save future stuff for the future. And so, I don't know, like, there's a chance maybe he intentionally left that in there because it's something that's not happening anymore. And again, I'm not saying that it isn't happening. I think it's just as possible that because ZA was slated for 2024 and now it's coming out in 2025, that they go, hey, Horizons, hold off on your Zeraora, do it later.
That's very possible, actually.
I don't know. I'm skeptical. Let's put it that way. I'm not even like saying no. I'm just saying I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a super chat here by Jason Borno. They go, sorry, Lumi, Horizons ain't great. middle of the road Pokemon anime. Yes, Journeys was bad, but before that, it wasn't like Roy, etc. Don't look
Liko Roy, etc.
Yeah, it wasn't Liko Roy, etc. Don't look older, just new designs. They're still 10. Nothing says that they have aged yet. I think inherently
they definitely aged.
They definitely aged. How much?
And I agree with him though.
I do too. Yeah, I kind of agree with him as well. What are you saying?
They're not drastic design changes now.
I still think this is going to be the same type of show. This isn't like a new show and now it's like an adult edgy show.
No, it is the same show.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It's a new arc, so it is the same show.
Now that said, in the Terra Leak, a time skip was proposed in it, and they said that they wanted to do it with the intention of making the show a little more mature. Now, again, I think Pokemon fans really, especially older Pokemon fans who've been with the franchise for a while, kind of crave it getting a little more mature. I know I do, and so I think like people hear that and they're like, so like Roy's gonna take a sword and like gut the villain with it. It's like, no, they're never gonna go that way. It just might allow them to deal with like a little bit more mature topics, like. For example, there's this big mystery of where the heck is Freed. Grief. That's kind of a heavy topic, and it might allow them to play with that a little bit more.
I think it has even less to do with mature topics. I think it has to do with like these kids were kids in the first like part of the series, and they barely were like Ash Ketchum battling. Do you know what I mean? Like they were not like, I'm a Pokemon trainer, I'm going to be a Pokemon master. But now I think they're older and they're like, we know how to use Pokemon, and they're going to be more mature in that way. I don't know. The mature thing is like, that was what Game Freak was saying, or whoever was making the show. That could be what that maturity is. Like, they are now mature. And this goes into, I'm just going to go into my whole thing about this change. I think that it's directly tied to ZA. Like Lumi said at the beginning, like, it's a mega Pokemon arc. If we watch the trailer of it, it shows like the mega colors and there's mega Pokemon on everything. So it's the mega Pokemon arc, and then it is also, to me, it's the ZA. It's the start of the ZA arc because they have mega Pokemon, they got older, and in ZA, our player characters are older. Do you know what I mean?
And Lumios will be older. It makes sense from like a studio perspective to do a time skip so that if, not saying they will, but if hypothetically they want Clement to appear. I imagine if Clement appears in Legends ZA, he's going to be aged up because it's been, from what I can tell, I think it's been about 10 to 15 years since X and Y in Legends ZA. And so that would mean any character is 10 to 15 years older. And so it might be weird if they just have Horizons just give us a 25-year-old Clement versus, now they do a time skip and then Clement appears and he's like 25 and it doesn't feel as weird because it's like, okay, well, obviously this is a little bit after the Ash Ketchum anime, but now it's even a little bit after that now. It feels more natural. I think it's easier to ease the way into this. And on the note of this being a ZA arc too, I think it's important to not only point out that it's, mega evolutions are here, but not only does Roy have a Mega Ring, that is the Mega Ring from ZA.
Yeah, the same one. Yeah, it's insane because it also tells us
not
a
just
lot.
him. They both of the characters have the ZA ring.
Yeah, Alt as well.
It's right there on that picture.
Yeah.
But with Lucario. It tells us a bit about when we could expect ZA to be coming, because it's like, they're starting this now at the beginning of the year. Let's say 20 episodes. Like by the near end of the year, they'll be at the end of this arc. Like, so it's like, when is ZA happening in the middle of that? Because they're not going to go over ZA stuff in the anime before ZA even comes out. But at the same time, like, what are they going to do? They're just going to have mega evolutions and this mysterious band for like ever.
How about this? Do we think the anime Horizons is during the same time period as the story of Scarlet and Violet? I'm assuming yes, because
I think it takes place after it.
Like how much after?
I think it does too.
Like shortly after it.
Okay, right after the events.
The League knows about Paradox Pokemon. Like they warned Liko and Roy about it. Briar directly references Tarapago. She says that she's seen one before, which would imply that she's played through the events, like she's lived through the events that she lives through in Scarlet and Violet.
Okay.
And then also Penny works for the Pokemon League, which doesn't happen until the end of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
And do we know when in the timeline Scarlet and Violet takes place compared to other Pokemon games? More specifically,
it has to be after Sword and Shield, because Sword and Shield has the event where you see the mural in Stow-on-Side destroyed, and you see a book in the Scarlet and Violet library that is Sonia's book on that event. It's a book written by Sonia that talks about when the mural was destroyed in Sword and Shield, which again is an event you see in Sword and Shield. So it has to be after that.
And what about that in relation to X and Y is kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Well, that's the thing, is you can kind of, there is no like concrete, like I cannot tell you, boom, here it is. It's definitely this many years after, but there's little details. Like there's the fact that in Sword and Shield, that's the first game that gave us the Rotom phone. It has, if you look at the Rotom phone in Sword and Shield, its design, it has one camera lens, whereas Scarlet and Violet's has two camera lenses, and then the one that we see in Legends ZA actually has 3 camera lenses. So it's the next like model, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously the Rotom phone has to be a expansion of the like a predecessor to the Rotom Dex, and the Rotom Dex was invented by Clement sometime after the events of Pokemon X and Y. Obviously, because we didn't have the Rotom Dex in X and Y, so it is.
Oh, Lumi just froze. Lumi just froze. He was gonna say it is after.
It is
you just
after.
froze.
Oh, am I still frozen?
You're back.
No, you're good now.
You're back.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was frozen. That was weird. But it is after. It's just hard to say exactly how much after.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at how Game Freak has like normally done timelines, like Black 2 and White 2 came out 2 years after Black and White, and it was a 2-year gap. Same thing with Gold and Silver versus Red and Blue. It's like the same amount of time. So I feel like it makes sense to say, okay, well, this game's releasing 12 years after X and Y. It's a 12-year gap.
Yeah. And you know what?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, and now that I'm actually looking at the timeline, what I actually think it'll be is like if Pokemon Horizons takes place, let's say in 2023, which is a year after the events of Scarlet and Violet, like when we got Scarlet and Violet, then that would mean maybe the time skip is just 3 years later, or maybe 2 years later in 2025, this year, right? So it really is just a little bit of gap, which actually would what we're expecting. That would coincide with like events of ZA. So it really is just the same timeline, I guess. It all lines up.
We don't really know. Before you go on to the next super chat, I do want to talk about what Jason said, that it is like kind of middle of the road. I don't know. There's a lot of plot holes in what is it called, Horizons.
Sure.
A lot. I mean, maybe there was in Ashes too.
Yeah,
but at the same time, there's a lot.
It is a different like canon.
Yeah, there's just so many things that are like, why did they do this? But at the same time, it's a great show. And
I think it's taken some time to find its footing, really. Like I would say overall, yeah, it's probably middle of the road. But my brain is like separated the first, bit of Horizons versus the next bit. And I feel like, honestly, since like the Scarlet and Violet arc, I feel like they found their footing and started getting really, really good. And this last arc, Rayquaza Rising is what it's been called, I felt like was phenomenal.
It was good, but like I said, there's some big plot holes. Like, what are they doing?
Sure, but I mean, Ash Ketchum was, 10 for 25 years. So, I mean,
yeah.
It's going to be there.
Also, he says that their designs they still look like 10, and I totally agree. I think that they're
definitely older.
They're supposed to be, it's supposed to be
kids.
way older, though. Like, apparently people are saying they were like 13, 12 in the previous arc, and now it's like 4 years later. I don't know. Liko looks the same to me, but Roy looks good.
They just have a different outfit. And I think that's all. I think the redesign and the time skip is it's exemplified by the redesign. But I think all we're supposed to know is that they're like they've been on more adventures since since we've seen them last. I think the whole point of a time skip is, listen, it's kind of filler. They've been doing stuff. There's filler. They've grown. Now, at this point in the story, they can now do different things. Or there's basically a reason for us to pick up at this point, right? By doing the time skip, now it's like, okay, there's a new thing on the horizons. It's no longer Terapagos. It's Mega Evolution. And they're probably going to go to the Kalos region.
Exactly. I've been saying, like, are they going to be in Lumio City the whole time, or are they actually going to be in Kalos? Like,
Dude, it'd be sick
what is
if they were
gonna
in
happen
Kalos.
with
And it would be awesome if they actually, dude, imagine I could see it if they go, what is northeast of Paldea? What is this new unexplored area? It's southern Kalos. Let's make our way to Lumio City, right? And then we actually get a little bit of that context along the way.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. No, I love this. Listen, we got a beautiful super chat here by Jake Young. Thank you so much, Jake, for this big donation and supporting the stream. They say, I got my heart ripped out after 3 years yesterday. At least I have my favorite Pokemon YouTubers to watch. And while I thank you, I think more than all ever, I hope you're doing okay. I'm assuming that's love lost, right? I'm assuming that's heartbreak.
Yeah, I was confused about it. I don't know if he was talking about the show or life, but
I was thinking it was heartbreak.
Maybe it was sad. Yeah.
I mean, Freed gone. Something happened to Freed, so maybe it's about Freed.
It could be. I was ready to give a whole spiel on, when you get your heart broken, it's like the death of your ego, And
that's true.
And that's why you have to change. You change as a person after you get your heart broken, I don't know if it's true, but my dad used to always say, you don't become an adult until you get your heart broken. And I think it's because, like, for the first time, your world is rocked, and you have to reevaluate your place in life,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kuro Blitz just became a legendary tier member. Thank you, Kuro.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Jake
also
Young,
one other thing.
Hope you're not dealing with grief in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, we're here chatting, so
we're here chatting.
Mind off of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason Borno also became a legendary tier member. We got all these people coming in. Make sure if you guys, now that you're a legendary tier member, you get access to all of our exclusive Patreon and YouTube channel member only content. That is, that's exclusive, YouTuber or exclusive interviews with other creators. That's secret power episodes. That's gameplay VODs. That's previous live streams that have happened to be privated. And make sure you get into the secret Discord as well.
Yeah.
One other thing that people have mentioned in the chat is that we got the whole news that basically ZA is rated E10 instead of E for everyone. It's the first Pokemon game, basically.
I did see that.
Ever have been rated. Yeah,
mainline,
E+10, mainline. Yeah. So there's this whole like maturity thing that we're playing with. Is like, so if this happened in the anime, then in ZA will it be like a lot more intense? Which I think so. I mean,
Legends Arceus was like in comparison to what came before it.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but that's been like the latest news thing. It's like, oh wow, it's gonna be something different. I mean, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's absolutely nothing. They just did it because it's a little more violent somehow.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's basically what it says. It's like the qualifications that make it E+10 rating is like what is it, cartoon violence or something like that.
Sure.
Potentially
Which
containing
makes sense. Like it's
potentially containing more cartoon fantasy or mild violence, mild language, or minimal suggestive themes than a game rated E. Guys, I think it's gonna.
It's because of the battling, though. Like think about it, because now when Totodile uses water gun, it's not going to be this little animation of Totodile doing this, and then you see a little beam hit.
Yeah, that might be
Instead, you're going to watch the Totodile, bam, right on the Tepig.
Yeah, that might actually be it.
Kind of from it and get stopped in its tracks.
That definitely. Yeah, that's true. If it was rated T,
maybe.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense, Lumi. Because I was latching onto the themes, suggestive themes, and what that told me was maybe like massive death with an ultimate weapon or something, or
but it's
grief.
like X and Y wasn't rated that, and it straight up like talked about how people died, Pokemon died, and it didn't get that teen rating.
It kind of more so suggested it though than actually said it, right? Am I misremembering?
No, like one of the lines is literally talking about Floette. It says it must have known how many lives were lost for its own. So I mean, that's
kind of suggestive.
Yeah,
it doesn't say the death word though. I think
the big D word.
They died.
I think they also refer to the stones on the route below Geosenge. I think they directly refer to them as graves.
That's still pretty. I think it's suggestive. It's like they're pieces, but in isolation, they're not telling. Like you have to piece them together to tell the story.
Whereas this time they will actually say the D word.
I'm just saying maybe. Yeah, they might say the D word.
Hey, you know, Detective Pikachu, they curse.
Do they really?
Yeah.
What is
It's
that rated?
not bad. Like it's just like.
They're saying like bloody,
like minor,
bloody. Yeah.
No, not even that. It was American. They weren't even British in that.
Oh, I assume.
Or maybe I think the villain was British.
I assume all detectives are British.
Rhyme City, I think is based on London. Maybe I don't know.
It's got to be. It's a detective.
Yeah, he's got the Sherlock cap, right?
Yeah.
Which is obviously British.
Jason with the $5 says, since Ash was put in Masters. Come on, time to bring him in mainline game.
He's already been there. He's already been in a mainline game.
Yeah, but not literally.
Yeah, no, not in the form.
He's been mentioned.
Not in the flesh.
He's canon. He is canon.
Not just mentioned. He writes you a letter.
He does write you a letter. I want to see Alan or Elaine. I want to see Elaine in ZA. That would be so cool. Alon. Sorry, I thought I got it. I tried twice.
Elaine is the main girl on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld, yeah. I want to see Jerry, George. I want to see Elaine.
How cool would it be if you're sitting in your hotel, just sitting down, then Kramer just through the door,
Newman. Yeah.
AZ is Kramer in this story. He just
definitely
stumbles into your hotel.
Easily.
You can see it.
Absolutely. So, did we tell the full? Theory with Zero Aura and Lucario?
I think the only other thing that I would say about that is that they could have replaced Lucario with Zero Aura with Lucario because it's a similar color. I don't know. That's just the color theory. It's just like they are both kind of yellow, except one's a cat and one's a dog.
Yeah.
I will say that Lucario Shiny, the Mega, is not so.
Why did it lose that yellow from the original?
Yeah, the yellow in the original.
It gets
so
darker.
Good.
It gets a lot darker.
Mm-hmm. It's more like a washed out green. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that a little bit. Yeah.
It's a green shiny. It's not even yellow.
Yeah. It I think
blue,
too the reason they specifically gave him a shiny is because they wanted to differentiate it from Ash.
Probably is Ash
in the same way that like. I don't even think like that, but like in the same way that like Captain Pikachu wears a little captain hat, so it's not looking the exact same as Ash's.
That is a good point.
The Zygarde they made white to kind of differentiate it from Squishy, so you weren't sitting there thinking, "Is this Squishy?"
That's a really good point.
They've done Mega Lucario so many times that it's like we have to do something different for him.
Right? Yeah. They have done it a lot. They like Mega Lucario. Lucario is truly the Charizard of Gen 4.
Yeah.
Noivy said something interesting. He said, Liko got Meowscarada. She's bigger now and can handle bigger feelings. Can we get a Mega Bond? Mega Meowscarada. I feel like it would be cool. It might make her better. I feel like they specifically don't have Liko have one, which could mean that maybe she gets one Mega Ring in the future. But I think that also she's meant to represent like the Scarlet and Violet of everything. You know what I mean? Like Meowscarada.
Totally, I see that. Yeah.
It's like they still are going to use Terrastol, but Roy's not going to use Terrastol anymore. He's going to use freaking Mega Lucario.
When is his? Do we think his Crocalor is going to evolve into Skeletor?
Oh, absolutely! At some point.
Pray.
Yeah.
No, but you say absolutely, but now I'm afraid that he's going to stay this terrible.
Because Lucario is kind of positioned as the ace.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Like, there's the ace, and there's kind of like the like oftentimes too, especially if you look at Ash's journey, there's arguably like multiple aces, or even like there's an ace for each arc almost. You know what I mean? Like Ash didn't get Chimchar until like 50 episodes into Diamond and Pearl, but Infernape's considered the ace.
Yeah.
But I think the reason that they didn't have Crocalor evolve in the time skip is because it's a main Pokemon. They want you to see it evolve. They don't want to do it off screen. Because it's supposed to be a big moment.
But you don't think Meowscarada was a main one? I don't watch the show, so I really don't know.
Again, Meowscarada evolved on screen.
Oh, it did. Okay.
In today's
it
episode,
was a main one.
Oh, in today's episode. Okay.
In today's episode, yeah. A lot of people are saying that he's not evolving into Skeledirge until like Charizard's there because he wants to show Charizard, because that's like the biggest thing.
That's cute.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it is the biggest thing about him is that he wants to be like Charizard. Talking about Crocalor, obviously. So he's like, where is Charizard? Where is Freed? You know,
Quaxwell is no excuse.
Yeah. Quaxwell has no excuse.
Quaxwell hasn't evolved.
Quaxwell's waiting for. It's waiting for.
Do you prefer Quaxwell
Misty's
or Quaxwell?
Psyduck.
I don't like either of them.
But you have to pick one. Which
No,
one?
they could both just like literally.
Quaxwell. No, Quaxwell is better. The middle stage.
Absolutely.
Is
I think so too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a hard thing to decide between. I don't know what to say.
The middle stage is where
Masuda comes to your house and pulls out a gun.
Lumi, this one never.
You have to choose.
This scenario never helps. Yeah.
I would be like,
it always ends in murder. Yeah.
End my misery.
Oh my god.
They're both that terrible, to be honest.
Jeez.
I would pick Quackle I think I'd pick Quackle because that head is so bad, and his friggin' little shoes and
the shoes are horrible. I really don't like it. I guess what I'm thinking now is like, now that they've added Mega Evolution into the anime, right? It would also make sense for them to like almost showcase new Mega Evolutions through the anime, right?
Ooh, through it. I love through it. So, like they could reveal some through it instead of waiting.
They could. No, I'm with you. That would be awesome. Have they revealed anything?
They revealed Terapagos. You know,
did they? They did.
Normal form.
Holy
the normal
cow,
form.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So what I would want to see then is the Paldean starters getting Mega Evolutions.
That's what Noivy's been suggesting. He was like, "Oh, Mega Skeledirge now too."
I don't know though. I feel like if that were the case, they wouldn't have given Roy Lucario, because like he would have done Mega Skeledirge, and they just shortly into this arc would have had Crocalor evolve and him get Mega Skeledirge.
My whole thing is, if this is 4 years later, how haven't they evolved yet, bro?
The power of plot, my guy. The same way that it's been 25 years. And, you know, after the Indigo League, Ash, Brock, and Missy, or after Johto, maybe it is, they say they've been traveling for a year together. There's a short where Ash celebrates his birthday, but for some reason, he doesn't age. So.
Jeez. That would be insane if, oh my god, dude, if Ash comes back and he is a little bit older. I know everyone wants it. I still think he would just be the same. You know, dude, actually, it makes total sense. Get rid of Ash. Bring Ash back during the 30th year anniversary, and he's aged up. What I was thinking about yesterday was in Sun and Moon when they actually aged up Red and Blue, and they're actually older people. Like, could we see Red and Blue in the 30th year game, and they're like 30 years old or whatever, and they have kids, and they have like gray hairs and they're balding, and that's why Red wears his ball cap all the time.
You have the theory that the ZA protagonists are Ethan and Lyra's kids.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like,
and then they've got the 2 Gen 2 starters.
But I could see Ash coming back. I could see Ash coming back and being a little bit older.
Eventually,
I think
this is like a cameo. As a cameo.
I think they'll save it for Gen 10 because a year after, I think it's a year. Yeah, it's a year. A year after the anime began, or the game's release, the anime began. So, like, while next year will be the 30th anniversary for the Pokemon franchise, 2027 will be the 30th year anniversary for the anime, and to me, that screams a perfect time to bring back Ash. And then, at that point, I feel like you can age him up, because it feels a bit more natural, you know? Mm-hmm. And also, this could even be like kind of a small way to test that, like to kind of go, will the fans like this? If we want to do this with Ash someday, let's try it now. And if they're all like, why would you age them? This is horrible. Let them stay Tim forever. You know?
Yeah. Can I look up? Can I show this? I know I asked this earlier, but I want to see his team.
Yeah.
We're all caught up at this point, right?
I don't even think this will show the Mega Lucario and all.
Sure, because
it's not, because it hasn't happened. I don't know. I don't know how.
Maybe Kilowattrel will be stronger finally instead of just second.
It does
Pokemon
nothing
syndrome.
right now.
Second.
So
Pokemon
their teams are pretty small.
They have no teams. They're
Well,
just
Roy
literally.
gets 2 more Mons on it, so
That's what I'm saying about the mature thing. Like now that they're older, they're gonna get actual teams and have battles and everything.
Roy gets Pikachu. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. So the thing about that's what I was saying. We can
Hold
talk
on.
about Freed.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get these super chats and then we'll
for
get
it.
into it because we just opened a can of worms. Jake Young, thank you for your generosity, man. I'm really sorry to hear Jake Young has confirmed this sucks. Thanks for these kind words. You guys don't know how much it means. Ex-girlfriend called me during my lunch break at work and just ended it. Didn't even get a reason. You guys have the best community. Honestly, Jake, really sorry to hear that. Yeah, really, really sorry to hear that. If you got to talk about it, I'm sure there's people who could comfort you in the Discord.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but if someone does that, it's most likely you're better off for it, even if you don't feel that way.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yep.
Yeah,
man. Listen, dude, you'll come out stronger. You just gotta be yourself. You just gotta reflect on the relationship
hang in there.
and figure out
what
sting's
the worst today. Like
it will.
Today's
it's
the worst
suck.
it'll feel, but it's gonna,
You'll be a better person. You'll be a better person. I'm sorry to hear that, Jake. That really does suck. Our heart and theories go out to you. Mikasa with the $5 says, Soul, I love you, but stop the quack hate. Dancing Duck is a legend. Let's see y'all try Quack's animation moves. Oh my god. Listen
100,000 subs and no.
Listen, I have nothing against like its dancing skills. Like it can dance. Okay, good for the duck.
I can do it.
I'm not hating on quacks because I love ducks. Ducks are like some of my favorite animals. But
and
those
Quack's
aren't
Lee
ducks.
is phenomenal.
Those aren't ducks though. I hate to say it, but those are not ducks.
Oh, what are they?
I don't know, but that beak is not a duck. That's not a duck bill. So I don't know what else to say.
It's a bird. It's like a sparrow bird. Listen, what do we know about this guy? No, actually, hold on. We were about to jump on a tangent.
We gotta. Was there another one though? I think there was another.
No, it was just it was the quack. They're just
okay.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say about Freed really quick is that you don't see him in this. We've heard things from the leaks that are not helpful. And he
did.
Captain Pikachu has his goggles on his body, and his goggles are broken. Like he's wearing his Freed's goggles.
No way.
And Roy's got his jacket.
Roy has his literal jacket on. Well, it's not literally, I guess. It's like a remake of his jacket.
I mean, it might be his jacket, and he's just removed the sleeves.
Maybe. I think it's a little small. I mean, but maybe he's supposed to be older, so maybe he's way taller than what the picture shows. But
he seems pretty tall. He's taller than Lucario, unless that's like a really big forced perspective thing.
Yeah, I don't know about the perspective. I think that he's going to be the leader of the Rising Volt tacklers, like Roy. Definitely. I think he is the new Freed. Like he's going to be like, let's go do this, let's go do that.
Mm-hmm. And that was something the Terra League said too, was like that one thing they wanted from the time skip. Like they specifically pointed out, we want through the series Liko to kind of be the one who like solves the problem, but we want that to switch to Roy after the time skip.
That's kind of awesome. I kind of love that, and that's kind of what's happening.
Like we want Roy to be more reliable, where like she's kind of like an older sister to him at first, but now he's like the one who kind of is taking care of everything.
Mm-hmm. Which also brings into like Dot. She's not on that picture, and she's in the background of the main one. She's in this one, obviously. Like she's not going anywhere, but she wasn't meant to be one of the main characters originally, and then she just kind of became one of the trio. Yeah. But they might be going back towards these two being the main, and I kind of love that because of Quackleval. Yeah. And because it's not that I don't really like Dot that much. She's just kind of a weird character in general. Like she was meant to be like, she knew things about battling. Like she's a social media person that like talks about battling, and then like her. Yeah, you think that at first, but then when she comes to real life, she like doesn't really know anything, doesn't really do anything.
Dude, that's like, hilarious. That's us,
doesn't
dude.
Have any Pokemon.
That's hilarious.
Dude, this hurts. I think Dot's great.
No, she's not really that great, and I don't think she's gonna have a big
I hated her at first. Like I didn't care for her at first, but she gradually like she kind of I feel like came to her own.
I don't like the little bunny ears on her hair. Like, please explain them.
It's just, dude. What do you mean explain
it's just like a cowlick.
It's just hair.
Whatever, you know? Like,
Is it though? Because it looks fake. I don't know. It bugs
no,
me.
I think it's just her hair
yourself.
standing up a little bit.
Yeah.
What
What
like,
are these?
there's other
bangs?
examples of like I think Sawyer. Look up Sawyer from the anime real quick, Dusty. Like
I'm sorry.
Pokemon
How did you
XY,
spell
Sawyer.
that?
Sawyer.
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 Yeah, I know. Sawyer.
It's funny that you both have accents.
I don't have an accent.
I'm just in the middle. Of
Yeah, like this guy is.
Yeah, see, like he's got it in the back of
I
his
hate
hair.
this
You
kid.
know, like it's just.
He cut
It's just
his
hair.
tie, dude. What a dummy.
If you look, actually, I like the cut tie. But if you look at Dot, hers is like literal ears. They're not like little hair things sticking up. They're
I think it is. I think it's a hair thing.
It probably is, but it looks dumb to me.
That's true. It's kind of like a side character. Yeah, so I guess she's like a Max. She's kind of a Brock.
Yeah, a little.
No, I guess Brock was constant for 4 generations. It was the female character. So I guess Roy's giving me Ash.
Compare it to Gen 4, where like, or Gen 3, where like, you know, like a lot of the times it felt like Ash was clearly the main character, and then there were kind of these 2 characters behind him. But like with Gen 3 and Gen 4, it was really like Ash and May are the main characters,
Sure.
and then there's Brock and Max, or Ash and Dawn,
Sure,
and
yeah,
then there's Brock. I would compare it to that. Like, this is our Ash and Dawn. And
I
Dawn
love
is Brock.
this guy. I love this guy, dude. He's got the devil horns.
I think this is bias.
Why, dude?
Because he's green.
Sableye?
Okay, Sableye.
But also look at his fit, dude. He's got a cozy outfit. He's kind of
he's cool. He's cool.
What is it like?
He is-
It's kind of like a traditional. It looks like traditional, like Western
giving me Ogre
or
Pond vibes,
Eastern,
man.
Yeah.
like
He's a
Eastern vibes.
Yeah, he's a new mystery, right? Because he's so confusing. Like, the back of his hair looks familiar, like the ponytail, and then
Oh, he does have
the
a
top of his
ponytail.
hair-
That's cool.
The top of his hair looks like either Ogre Pond, but also looks kind of like the A of Legend ZA.
Oh
and
my
then
god, dude! Tweet it. Tweet it.
He
Tweet
looks
it.
like the A, right? But then he has a sharp tooth, so he's like kind of like a wild kid.
Yep,
But then
you
he
get the
has
wild
the
kid
mega
vibes.
ring, and he's a kid. He's not like them.
Yeah.
He's like their little protege. I think Roy.
I could see them designing this guy
Says
a
he's
little.
Roy's acquaintance and rival.
If they knew he was gonna have a Mega Sableye, they could have added some Mega Sableye inspo into his design. I could see that a little bit.
But I don't see that much, other than
But-
the tooth, I
No,
guess.
like the
Flip
hair
side is,
spikes.
though-
I see the hair spikes all over his hair.
My counter to that would be maybe they
The
didn't
teeth.
make him so Mega Sableye in the design, because like Sableye is his ace for right now, but as we get closer to ZA, they can start promoting the, you know, new Mega Evolutions, and then they'll probably want to kind of cycle it in where those are at the forefront. Because that's the thing, is right now the main focus is on Mega Lucario and Mega Sableye, but those
Yeah.
are established Mega Evolutions. I feel like after ZA, they're going to want to focus on, you know, Mega Phalanx and Mega you know, Lucario.
Damn, I didn't know we were getting
Z,
Mega Phalanx.
You know,
That
like
sounds
they're
like a
gonna
leak.
want to do. Well, you know, like I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
you're gonna want to do whatever the new megas are, right?
Dude,
Mega
can we just
Meganium and
can we just-
Feraligatr.
Oh, dude, can we just take a moment and appreciate that we have Koro scans in 2025? This feels good, man.
I wish they were like actual like new Pokemon, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're
Because
not.
we've
yeah.
been having Koro scans. They come out every month.
But this
we see
feels like
them.
this feels like new Pokemon because it's like new. It kind of revealed it for the anime, right?
They are new
No,
designs.
It doesn't.
It
Wait,
did reveal
what
it
are
for
you
the
saying?
anime.
Feels like new Pokemon.
This is
Doesn't feel
official.
like Pokemon.
This is debut official art of a
Okay,
shiny Lucario, a
I see
shiny
what you're
Mega
saying.
Lucario.
I see what you're saying. I don't know.
Obviously, I know that Pokemon exists, but like in this iteration, we're also getting. It's also they're not Pokemon, but the people get new redesigns.
Yeah,
And the
the
first
people
time
get new
we
designs.
saw this information was from the Koro leak. That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Lumi, listen. Back in my day, that's what we enjoyed out of this. It wasn't.
Oh, dude,
It
believe
wasn't
me, I
just
was
the new
there.
Pokemon. It was like the
I
new
was
whatever
there.
they're gonna give us.
I was there. I remember it well. I feel like I have some slight disappointment because this is probably like this is
go.
probably wrong on me, but I feel like this would have been a fun time to debut a new Mega. You know, like
Well,
Yes,
guys,
I was
it's
thinking
coming.
that as
It's
well. I was
coming.
thinking it's
It's
possible.
coming.
I know it's coming, but do it at the beginning. Rope me in. You
No,
know,
but-
like
but I'm-
Terapagos roped us into Scarlet and Violet because we're like, wait, Indigo Disc isn't coming out until winter of this year. Here we are in the spring, and they've got the Gen 9 Legendary at the forefront of this series. I'm excited. But then you have, you're doing this, and it's clearly the ZA arc, but they're like, hey, all that new stuff? Nah, it's later. Like,
Yeah.
why not do Mega Lucario Z? Why not do Mega Skeletors? Why not do,
for the same reason why they didn't give us anything new in the ZA trailer? I think they need to prime the audience. They're saying, guess what? This is a new era, new designs. Megas are back. That's the announcement. Megas are back, and it's a shiny Lucario. Now we're all primed for it. Now in like 2 months, they can be like, boom, new Mega Pokemon debuts in the anime. If that's even,
but we were already primed for it. Like we just got.
Yeah,
Pokemon
we were
Day.
primed for it, but I don't think the average person is primed for it. Is my point. I know, dude. I've been primed for this for 10 years, right? But I'm talking about like the people who don't even. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm at the card shop and they're like, oh, did you hear like Megas are coming back? Oh yeah, wasn't Megas in X and Y? Like, oh, that's interesting. Like people just aren't thinking about it because they don't yap about the future of Pokemon on a podcast every week.
Yeah.
I do think that I think they might do. Do y'all remember with the Unova anime? They did like the last like little arc. It was like an island arc. They had Alexa come in, and the way they did it was Alexa did not debut new Pokemon. Like Terapagos, the first time we saw it was in the anime in that form.
Wait, in X and Y?
No, and she was first introduced in Black and White, but she was also in X and Y. But so with Horizons, Terapagos was debuted. That form of Terapagos was debuted on Horizons. With Alexa, it was a little bit different. She came in Unova.
Exist.
But what they did was they first revealed Alexa, like the Pokemon Company did it, not the anime. They revealed, hey, here's Alexa. Hey, here's Helioptile. Hey, here's Gogoat. By the way, these characters will be appearing really soon on the anime. And sure enough, like 2 weeks later, she appears. Then like 3 or 4 weeks later, they're like, here's Noivern. By the way, remember that character we showed you in X and Y? She's got this. So I feel like they're going to do something like that where like, when are we thinking the next ZA trailer comes? Like maybe around June, hopefully not until August.
Next month we're getting the Switch 2 announcement. I think we're gonna get a trailer sometime after that.
See, maybe then what you do is you have June or August, or maybe May, like when they do the next big trailer, they show, Mega, I don't know, what's a Pokemon that's on the ship? Like they have, I don't know, Tatsugiri. I don't think they're gonna do Mega Tatsugiri, but like Tatsugiri for example.
It's like literally the worst one to pick.
Like, hey, Tatsugiri is getting a Mega, and then like they go, oh, and by the way, you'll see that soon in the anime. So it's not revealed by the anime, but it's revealed early so that the anime can play with it.
I don't know why they couldn't reveal it in the anime though.
They could. It just seems like they have a hesitation to do that.
Yeah, they do have a small hesitation, but out of everything, I think the anime is a place where they would do it. Like, they wouldn't do it through a different means, like maybe not even Koro Koro again, because they used to do it with Remix. Koro Koro. Yeah, but I mean, like they used to let Koro Koro do it. They used to let them. Instead, now they'd probably be like, oh well, the anime is our property, and tons of people watch it, and we want to get more popular. They want more people to watch the anime. You know what I mean?
Because I think it's more significant.
But it's not been as successful as the old anime either. Like people,
sure, so that's true. They have to push it. Isn't that funny? Yeah, like when something's doing well, they're like, "We're not doing anything with this."
Sometimes it is like that too.
Or I'm sorry, the opposite. When it's doing well, they're like, "Let's not do anything extra for people." But like when they're struggling, they're like, "We need to get in their good graces."
I mean, that's how it works, right? We have you, so let's not shake. It's like what I said earlier about the Ash Ketchum thing. Like, Ash had fans. We don't have to age him up because y'all are loving it as is. But with these guys, it's like, okay, people still hooked on Ash. Let's do something crazy so that we can get them on board. But again, that's why I say give them a new Mega Evolution. Like, I don't know. I think Lucario being here kind of has me a little worried. Does that make sense?
Well, because it would say that he can't have. You're saying Roy couldn't have 2 Megas.
I'm saying he couldn't. I'm just saying they picked a really big one. Like they picked the poster child of Mega Evolutions, made it shiny, and then gave it to Roy. So it does kind of make me like go, okay, but you're gonna put new ones on the cast, right?
But just to play devil's advocate, also in the ZA trailer right here, The first Pokemon they show, oh, that's the wrong clip. That's Absol. but in the trailer, what they show is Lucario. I think it's right here. Yeah, right here.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's an introduction to what Mega Evolution is. I think Lucario is widely appealing. People already know what it is. You know what Lucario is. It's like there's some wacky Mega Evolutions. If you're gonna pick one to debut, this is essentially, we have to think about Mega Evolution as a return. It's like, from their perspective, they're trying to reintroduce this mechanic, like, to new consumers. There's been 10 years of new people who don't know what Mega Evolution is, or they've heard of it, but they don't really understand it. So I think if you're going to pick one Pokemon to represent the introduction of this series, or of this mechanic, they're going to pick Lucario.
Right, but he's saying his fear is that he doesn't get another one, right?
Yeah, like, I'm saying my fear is that...
I think he will.
Name a Pokemon. Name a random Pokemon.
Tatsugiri, I like
Go-Go.
that one.
Yeah, well, see, that was so unrealistic, dude.
I like that one.
Go-Go. If Mega Go-Go is a thing, I don't want some one-off episode where we see Mega Go-Go. I would like
someone from the main cast
to be on the cast. I'm saying, like,
I think they can get more than one. I think they can get more than one.
I think so too.
How many Megas are we, like, expecting in ZA? Like, I'm thinking, I
25.
am under the assumption that, you know, I've preached this for a while. I don't think that we're getting regional variants. I think that is just going to be new Megas. And if that's the case, then I feel like they would take the total number and it would be like 20-ish.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's fair. Oris gave us 20 new Megas, so I guess, like, it's fair to think of the same amount here.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, of those 20 Megas, I do not want all 20 to be, you know, get their dedicated episode. I would like some of those 20 to be on the main cast. And my fear is there's 3 main characters. Please don't do just 3 of them, because that's still 17 that just get their own little character. And maybe this is my bias showing, because I love Mega Evolution so much, you know?
I think we're going to get more, man. I think also, though, I think, again, we have to reconsider how Megas function in the games and how they're represented in the wider Pokemon mediums. Like, in X and Y, mechanically, you could only have 1 Mega on your team, essentially, right?
But that's not necessarily true in this.
That's true. I guess you could have 2, right? But you can only choose 1. I think in this game, you could have multiple on your team, but you have the same, maybe the same gauge, the same Mega gauge, which I think we saw in the trailer, and it's tied to your it's tied to your trainer. It's not tied to the Pokemon, right? So it's like, you can have a Mega out, and then you go, oh, my meter's dwindling. Let's return it. I'll send out another one. I've still used up all that Mega energy. I think it's going to be more dynamic, and I think that's going to be also reflected in the anime, or it could be reflected in the anime where is it? You know, it's like maybe Roy has a Mega, whatever it's called, Skeledirge, right? Maybe they have a Mega Lucario, and then maybe they get a Mega Go-Goat or something, right? I think that's
saying
possible.
that too. I'm saying that too, but the fact of the matter is, we could be looking at them right now. Like, I honestly don't expect too much Megas from Gen 9. Yeah. But, like, Mega Hatterene, that could happen.
I hope so. Absolutely. That would be amazing.
It would be cool. Yeah.
It's such a creepy Pokemon, but I love it.
Yeah. So, like, you know, maybe we are already looking. What I'm saying is, maybe we're already looking at a new Megamon on the cast. They're all so new, the Pokemon here, that I kind of worry that that's not the case. But then it also, like, makes me wonder about, like, if there'll be Megas, because I feel like they've also, if you think about it, they've kind of set up Megas for other characters that are in the cast, like, kind of side characters or whatever. Like, for example, Ludlow, that's the old man with the Quagsire. He also has a Sharpedo, so boom, easy, Mega Sharpedo. Orla, or Oreo, she has a Metagross, boom, Mega Metagross. And then the thing that I've been preaching for a little while is that if you look at the villains, and I'm not including Amethio in this because you know, he's kind of like been separated from the villains now, so I don't count him as that. But if you look at the villains, there are 4 main villains, 5 if you include the guy with the Zygarde, but, like, Zygarde is Zygarde. He's got his ZA promotion already. But so the other 4, one girl has a Screamtail and a Glalie. Boom, Mega Glalie. One guy has a Garganacl and an Aerodactyl. Boom, Mega Aerodactyl. One girl has a Metacham. Boom, Mega Metacham. The other guy has an Umbreon, a Beheeyem, and a Magnezone. So if I were allowed to play around for a little bit,
give it to me.
I'd say Mega Magnezone or Mega Beheeyem is going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
It's a good theory.
And to take it to the next level, I think I'd argue Magnezone because, for one, the Magnemite line is in the Kalos Dex, and I feel like it makes sense to say that a Pokemon in the Kalos Dex might be a little more likely to get one because it's more likely to be in Kalos. But then two, you do have Prism Tower is in Lumio City, and you can make a connection there with like radio waves because I believe it used to be like a radio tower in real life. The Eiffel Tower was. And then you also there's this Rotom satellite, which makes me wonder if the Rotom phone company is here in Lumio City. And I'm saying that all to say all these like radio waves and stuff, I feel like since Magnezone evolves from electromagnetism, maybe like it got a mega evolution because of all this infinity energy mixed with like radio waves and stuff, you know? And you could tie it into that too, like make it more radio focused. But you could also argue Beheeyem's that way too, because that's kind of connected to aliens are often connected with.
Bro,
like,
you should make this a video on your channel.
Dude,
I don't know if
I'm getting all this right now. I'm like this is off the top of my head.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Man, dude, I am excited, dude. I think they're gonna debut some new Mega Evolutions in this show. It's kind of cool. That is totally
debut would be awesome.
They debuted Terapagos.
So you think they will debut? Like it will not be announced and boom, Mega Butterfree or whatever. You know?
I think it's possible because of Terapagos and how like important that was to. Yeah, dude, absolutely. It is a marketing push. It's like, hey, all these people who love the games, they're not watching the anime. How do you get them to watch the anime? Give them the thing that they love in their thing. That's why like Meltan was like such a big deal when it came out, when it launched in Pokemon Go. It's a way to get those people playing Pokemon Go. You know?
So I've got like a list here if y'all wanted to like read it of like some Pokemon that are just on the ship of the Rising Voltectors. Yeah, because I don't know if you knew this.
What website is this? I'll pull it up. But what is this? I looked up ship and it started showing me.
It's Bulbapedia. Just look up Rising Voltaclers on Bulbapedia, and you'll have to scroll down a good bit to see the Pokemon on the ship. But like I'd say like maybe
I looked up
these
Pokemon
are
Horizons ship, and it came up with a bunch of shipping.
A bunch of shipping.
Like Lico X Roy, you know.
Oh, you're saying the ship, the Pokemon on the ship, like the
there are Pokemon that
right here. Okay,
on
current
the
members.
ship.
Okay, we got Freed, Captain Pikachu.
I'm looking at this with in mind like the idea that maybe these Pokemon could be prime suspects for Megas.
Hold on, does this guy? Hold on, I love this guy. Who's this?
This is Ludlow.
He's a superhero, actually.
He's
a Drampa, right?
Superhero. No, he actually does not have a Drampa. He has a Sharpedo and a Quagsire.
You're kidding me. He looks like a Drampa.
Yeah, that's the kind of funny thing, right?
Oh, I love him
He's literally,
so much.
his coat has the patterns of a Drampa.
Dude, who are these characters? These characters are so cool.
Bro, you should watch it. It's good. It's
dude,
such a freaking good
you
show.
Get on it, man.
Former members, Sodeo.
This guy.
That guy, fun fact about him, Dusty, you know the occult magazines in Scarlet and Violet that
What,
like,
he
tease
wrote
Paradox
them?
Pokemon? He writes them.
Can we do an episode where we're literally just like
Please
detailing facts about, because that's a piece of like information that I don't think anyone knows about. I've never
want to know
heard that.
something else? You want to know something else about this guy? He looks like the son of the two TCG random characters that they created just for the TCG. If you look at it,
What are they called?
Actually crazy. They don't have names. I think they were cut characters from Scarlet and Violet that they never actually introduced. But like one of them's like a past explorer guy, and the other one's like this girl from the future, and he has her same hair color, but he's dressed like the explorer guy. And I'm just like, he is related to them, like no doubt.
I'm gonna need someone to send me some images. I've never heard of this. Yeah.
There's a tweet somewhere, but
send it to me if you find it.
I don't know how in the world you could find it online, to be honest. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, please. That's really interesting.
He looks like them.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
We got more allies. Yeah, I should watch this show. This show looks pretty cool. Oh, dude, Perrin's in this. I know Briar. Okay.
Yeah, these people are in the show, man.
Damn. All right, hold on. We're scrolling.
These
We're
are like
scrolling.
missions
Oh, here
they
we go.
did.
All right.
Here you go. So these are the
Belongings-
Pokemon on the crew.
Belongings to the crew. We got Freed has Charizard and Captain Pikachu.
Oh, can I real quick on
Man,
Charizard
Freed
say
is
something?
iconic. Yeah.
Can I say something real quick on Charizard? So
Please.
look, here's the thing. Fact of the matter is, Game Freak loves Charizard. It's already got 2 Mega Evolutions. I think it's very possible that it could get a 3rd. And one thing that is really weird is Pokemon has been hyping up Dark Charizard, and I don't know
absolutely.
why. Freed has the Terradark Charizard. They did a Terradark Charizard event. It was kind of the main focus of the Darkness Ablaze set. So if I were to read too much into that, I'd say Dark type Charizard Z.
I think that's fair. I guess I've always looked at that as just like an effort to make that, like, to almost canonize Dark Terra type Charizard as if it is like a new Mega or a new form. Because if it keeps appearing as the Dark type in all these different medias, right, it would make like in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, Dark type Charizard is the thing, right? Because we've seen it in so many different places. But dude, that would be cool if it was kind of a tease. Right.
Oh, hey, Dusty, someone kind of had a fun idea. They said, Dusty, upload videos of you reacting to Horizons episodes. And obviously we can't do that because copyright.
But we can put those on Patreon.
You could do like a watch party.
We could do it on
in the
Patreon.
Discord or something.
I was thinking, yeah, I was talking to Jake about that yesterday. I want to watch the Entei movie, like with you guys or just myself in the Discord. We could just do it on the stage. We could just do it on the stage.
I've never
channel.
seen it. I've never seen it.
Bro, it's
You've never
if
seen
that
the
is what
Entei
you wish-
movie?
No, I would watch it. Too.
that's the best one to watch,
Dude.
dude. I think it's so
Get
cool.
out.
It's
The movie
Gen
2000 is
2.
the best,
No,
but-
bro, you've never seen it. It's so good. It's so. I think you'll love it, Soul. And
I
there-
sent that theory to Hidden
Oh,
Power, by the way.
thank you. Let's check it out.
But no, and if I were to read even further into the idea of Mega Charizard Z, look, Zygarde's the
wow.
focus of the game. Let's make Charizard a serpent. He's had about every other kind of design now. Let's make him a
Dude,
serpent.
yes. Yeah.
They both have the. Sorry, Lumi, to change it.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
back.
showing
No,
those
please do,
TCG
please do.
cards right now. These are trainer cards. They're characters that are not in Scarlet and Violet, but this is the Scarlet and Violet era, and they both look like this one green-haired character from the
Wait, go back to
Horizons
the mom.
anime.
Okay.
Mom's
They
got
both
green
have
hair.
the-
Mom's got the
They both
wide
have
eyes.
The Scarlet and Violet book. Both of them have the Scarlet and Violet book. If you go down, if you exit this really quick, and go to the tweet underneath it, keep going. Just one more. This one. This is when I first discovered them, and I was like, "Who are these people?" Because they showed them. Actually, I don't know if you can show this on stream. Hopefully, you can.
It's a commercial for the TCG.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
Jeez Louise. Sorry, guys.
But anyway, this other
You don't want to run the
screenshot.
risk. Scroll up.
Yeah, the other screenshot next to it, it's like a whole trailer of them like exploring and like, who are these characters?
Wow.
And it just like, I was like, bro, that's their son.
Dude, and
That's
he's got a Totodile.
yeah. I don't know if that means anything.
And she has a
it was pretty
Pikachu.
wild. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I would love to do a watch party of like a movie or something. We could watch it in the Discord. You guys can yap about it, watch it alongside us, and we probably just would make it. We can't put it on the channel, but we could put it. We could make it just like we could make the VOD available to people, through like for channel members or whatever.
How would
But
we
that'd be
do
so
that?
much fun. What is it?
Because I thought they even like copyright check like your private videos.
Yeah, they would copyright it, but we would get.
Oh, but
well,
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
They could like take you down though for it. Like they could strike you for it, right?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, if we,
I
you
think
know
if
what?
it's private, it doesn't matter.
You know
Well,
what?
let's find out.
Yeah, you know what I could do? I could probably just like not really show. I could probably just show like a corner of it, but then actually have the VOD be mostly just us talking. So like the idea would be you'd play the movie and like you play us at the same time, and like it's a watch party that way. So someone could
Yeah.
enjoy it like a podcast, I guess.
Yeah, you'd have to see how the we'd have to be talking through a lot of it. That's the thing.
Well,
At the very
yeah.
least, too. I think we would be though. At the very least, too. Like
I think we just don't use the media that's in the
Yeah.
in the movie, right?
I mean, at the very least, just making it like a little event that happens in our Discord would, I think, be
I think that'd be fun.
fun as is.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of these movies, I look at these movies like, or the anime, because that's where the comic came from. There's a lot of connections. That's what this whole episode's about. That there's connections with the games. So if we watch that Entei movie, it's kind of cool. I mean, we're getting off on a tangent, but it's kind of cool. Like when we were all predicting Terapagos was going to have to do with like dreams, and the Paradox Pokemon are potentially like there's dreams or dream mist.
Good days.
Yeah. The Entei movie's all about dreams and illusions, and perception. So that'd be really fun to watch. What were we going to talk about right before this? What were we talking about?
One more thing about the kid that I wanted to say earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Little Ogerpon kid. Not the other guy, the Ogerpon kid. Tell me if you guys see this, but on his pants, isn't that like a Team Skull like symbol?
I don't think it's Team Skull, but I immediately thought it looked like a crescent moon, which kind of made me wonder if somehow he'll maybe be tied to Jet.
Yeah, it looks like Jet's earrings.
I look at that.
I mean, not really. It's literally just a basic shape. It's a crescent moon. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you look at a Team Skull grunt or anything, like when they have holes in their pants, it's like the same exact thing. If that's what my mind is picking up, it might not be Team Skull. I just look at it and it looks so familiar to me, and I'm like, what is that thing?
I think it's just a rip in the pants. I mean, if it is used on Team Skull,
maybe look at Guzma.
I just don't. I guess what I'm thinking is, I don't think it's significant enough or intentional enough to be connected.
It's pretty big, but yeah. A lot of people
it's a rip in the pants. I don't think it's
Guzma doesn't have a rip in his pants.
Let me see.
I don't know where I'm seeing it in my mind. I think it looks someone that has it.
I think it does look a little bit like their like emblem. I could kind of see it because you got this. You get the skull, and then it's got a little bit of like teeth at the bottom.
I mean, I could be wrong about it. It looks so familiar to me. I'm just asking like the chat too to like be like, hey, what is this? But a lot of people are saying he's a Draconid too. Like they think he's a Draconid.
Yeah,
which is cool.
I've seen that theory.
Which is cool, man. Like, imagine this kid shows up in the game. Dude, I miss that, dude. When the games in the anime were like tied like that, that is so much fun. Remember?
You know what?
When Blaziken debuted in the anime? Holy cow, dude. Yeah.
Well, that had been revealed beforehand.
No.
Yeah.
He said no.
I don't think. Listen, as a kid who wasn't online 24/7, it was revealed in the anime, and that was the only Pokemon that could beat Charizard. Where was it revealed?
They just officially revealed it, because they even revealed, hey, we're doing an event for X and Y where you can get a Torchic that's holding a Blazikenite.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about from in Generation 2.
Oh, you mean Blaziken. Sorry, I thought you meant Mega Blaziken.
No,
okay,
Blaziken.
Might be. I was like,
you weren't even alive then, dude.
Man, I was a fetus then. I don't know.
Yeah, that was like 2002 or something.
I was a Mew then.
Anyways, yeah, dude, I'm getting hyped about the idea of them revealing a Mega. That'd be a lot of fun. What we were gonna do is this is what I want to do, and this will be a good.
I was gonna say if we want to move on from the anime,
this will be a nice little clip. All right, so the Rising Tacklers.
Oh yeah, this too.
Have a list of Pokemon on their crew on their ship.
Yeah.
Let's go through this because any of these could have a Mega. So Lumi, you want to?
It's for fun, but I mean maybe.
No, this is fun. Lumi, give me the breakdown. We'll start with Charizard and Pikachu.
All right, well, like I said, Charizard, Mega Charizard Z that's dark type, maybe? I don't know. But Charizard could just be here because, Charizard's popular and it does have a Mega X and Mega Y. If they even eventually wanted to do a tie-in with Champions by, having all the gimmicks, because we've kind of theorized that Champions could have all the gimmicks in it, then Charizard also debuts the G-Max thing. So there is that. I don't think Cap's evolving. So unless Pikachu's getting a Mega and ZA, which I doubt because it's not fully evolved Pokemon, then you move on. But Metagross, boom, right there. Mega Metagross is a thing. Sharpedo, boom, Mega Sharpedo is a thing. And yes, Dusty, in case you're wondering, these two right here, Quagsire and Sharpedo, that is owned by the guy who looks like a Drampa. Because that just makes sense.
He's so cool.
Instead of a Drampa, he has those.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Drampa. He's a water type trainer.
I can kind of see the Quagsire. You don't think Elekid could level up and we can get a Mega Electivire?
Yeah, Electivire.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm more so looking at the
final evolutions,
the final forms, just because Elekid has to go through the process and twice at that.
Sure. Molly's got a
Mega
Chansey.
Blissey happens, that's the worst thing Game Freak's ever done.
It just goes full offense. It's got muscles.
You gotta expect some bad ones too. There's gonna be a few Megas that you're like, I hate this.
Fair enough. But I'd really rather it be anything other than Mega Alchemy.
Murdoch.
Cool.
So Murdoch has Rockruff and Alchemy. Mega Alchemy.
His Rockruff should evolve too, I think, but that's just me.
Listen, I mean, I don't even watch the show, but I like Rockruff's design better than its evolutions.
If it evolves, I feel like it would be midday because his sister has a midnight Lycanroc.
Cool.
Yeah, I would
That's
not.
nice.
I would not imagine a midnight. He's not that type of person. So.
Nah.
So Dot has a Quaxwell and a Tinkatuff. I could see either of these evolving and then getting a Mega Evolution.
Bro, Mega Tinkaton people would lose it.
I mean,
what would that even?
They would lose it,
dude. With Mega Tinkaton built a suit of metal armor, so it's got the hammer and it's got armor.
Yeah, that's awesome,
dude. Yeah.
That's
man, that would be cool.
Like, what else would
they're
she
saving
do?
that for armored evolutions.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that earlier.
I loved that shout out though, Dusty. Even though I don't know how it would mechanically work, I still want it.
I mean, it doesn't even need to be. We're getting off topic for the clip.
We're teasing something in the future.
Yeah, but and then Liko, of course, has Meowscarada, Hattrem, and Pagogo. That's kind of funny.
Pagogo. I love that they called it
Mega Pagogo. Are we thinking that Mega Terapagos?
Yeah, man. No way.
Shot.
No way.
We got
unless the only thing I could see them, and I don't actually think they'll do this. But Soul, you've proposed the idea before of like having Ultra Necrozma like reworked as a Mega, and maybe they want to do that is like rework these alternate forms like Stellar Terapagos as a Mega Evolution. All that. I don't think they'll do that, but
yeah,
I think it'd be
cool.
Kilowattrel, dude.
Kilowattrel
could use a Mega. I just want the starter Pokemon of Gen 9 to get Megas. I just think it's so clean because. Like, Generation 9 has only been Scarlet and Violet. We've only been in Paldea. And now the next game that we get reintroduces Megas to the series. It would just be so fitting to see, these Pokemon. I mean, can you imagine instead of in Pokemon Legends EA, rather than getting, just like an X and Y, another group of starters later in your journey, what if you get the Paldean starters as your next, choice of starter Pokemon, and you get to Mega evolve them? That's crazy.
It'd be cool. I fear that it'll be like an X and Y situation where Gen 6 got nothing and Black and White got nothing. In fact, either of those games didn't get anything until Oris, and even then it was a random mon from Unova got it.
Yeah, but those are different generations. They're different generations.
Yeah, but Gen 6 was still Oris, and only Diancie got it, which was a mythical. So I feel like Gen 9 won't have any, if much, which, that I'm a huge preacher of Ceruledge and Armarouge getting Mega Evolutions. But I feel like that is what it would be, a special mon, like a special mon getting a Mega Evolution if it's from Gen 9. Like whether it's a mythical or like a Lucario mon, if you will, like a really popular one. Like I think Tinkaton could qualify as that. I think Ceruledge and Armarouge could qualify as that. I don't know that Kilowattrel, as much as I love it, I don't know that it could qualify for like a popular mon from Gen 9,
Yeah, that's
true. I don't think
true.
they all have to be popular though.
Yeah, you're right. Because again, the flip side is Audino freaking got one when nothing else in Unova did. So it might just be the most random Pokemon from.
I think that's very possible.
Post Gen 5, like they're literally going to just like throw, a stone down, and what it lands on, they're like, oh, let's see. Mousehold, got it. Make a Mousehold.
Mousehold is on this ship too. Mousehold's on the ship.
I predicted it. Mega Mousehold. It's happening.
These are the ones on the ship, Dusty. So
So one of the wild Pokemon on the ship is Palmy. We also have Shuckle, Mega Shuckle.
People want Mega Shuckle so bad.
There's Snorunt, Noctowl, dude. Mega Noctowl. Noctowl needs something.
Noctowl, people would lose it.
Noctowl needs something.
I would love that so much.
He's a like cult favorite, Noctowl.
It really
a lot of
is.
people love.
He needs something someday, right? Like whether it's an Evo, a Mega, a regional form.
A forgotten Johto Pokemon. And then we got Carkol. I like Carkol.
Mega Colossal, man.
I know. Slugma is super cool.
Love Slugma.
Muck, dude. Alolan Muck. Wow, dude.
Oh, this reminds me of a fun little theory I have about Undo Mega in the
another Lumi video in
Paldea or the Kalos region. So if you look at the Legends EA trailer, there is this random like poster that you can see with Clara on it. And
yeah.
That's it is random. I don't think she's going to be in the game. I think it's just a fun little
so
Easter
random
egg.
that it's her though. It's very weird.
But yeah. Well, and the thing is too, in Scarlet and Violet, when there are advertisements, like there's one advertisement for Tulip. Well, Tulip is an actual person you can meet in the game. And then also Lumio City does have the trainer PR video firm. So maybe she's like a model or an actress there. And then the fun thing about that is her ace is a Galarian Slowbro. So this could be the opportunity to give Galarian Slowbro a Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
So that, it coincides with the original Slowbro.
Yeah, it would be really cool if we got a Mega for a regional form. Just like a previous regional form. Because I don't buy the whole starters get regional forms and then they get Megas because it's two new things. You know what I mean?
One of them is overshadowed.
They're not going to make something brand new and then make something that is better and you don't even pay attention to.
The Mega
I really feel like
functions as a
it'll
new
be
form.
Megas because people expect it to be regional forms.
Yeah. I can see it. Also on the ship is Nosepass, Poltegeist, Sinisty, Mousehold is on the ship.
Mousehold
is on the
Dude, Mega Mousehold would be crazy if it just like just a family grows.
Just more mice.
That's kind of nice. We got Tatsugiri, and that is what I would imagine. All three of these,
Mega Tatsugiri.
All three Tatsugiri on a dish is its Mega form. Just like it's a buffet of sushi.
Bro. It's already a thing with Dandozo.
Dandozo's
Man,
yeah.
dude, look at these sick outfits.
That was when they're in Kitakami.
That's fun, dude. I gotta watch this show. It looks pretty fun.
It is fun. Now, my advice is, you're gonna hate the first 20 episodes, but just
you could just skip them. To be honest,
you really could like start like first episode of like the Scarlet and Violet arc, and you would like not miss anything really.
I'll probably
really
watch a little bit just to
they're on a ship,
learn about it a little bit.
Please watch the subs and not dub though.
Yeah, I'll watch the dub. I don't like to read when I'm watching a show.
Well, if you watch the dub, you will be very behind, even when you finish it.
Oh, good point. Good point.
True.
Yeah. So,
do you want to move to whatever other news we had?
I don't know how much more time we have. Well, yeah. What else news do you guys?
We
have?
should touch on this really quickly.
Actually, before we go to that, we do have new merch in the store, guys. We've done barely any plugs of this, but we got brand new. This is brand new starter Pokemon merch for Legends EA, Totodile, Tepig, Chikorita. We got all three. If you're not trying to fight on Twitter, we got outfits, shirts, hoodies, hats with all three starters. You can enjoy all three of them. There's no Chikorita slander over here. But all
or maybe
these,
you are trying to fight about them, and you
by
can
wearing
harder
them
by
and walking around.
Buy the one that you want to rep.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Buy it for all your friends. That way you've got like armies of Chikorita shirts out there.
Yeah. These are all these designs. I mean, the hats are all embroidered. There's some embroidery on the t-shirts as well as the hoodies, but all of these are designed by our boy Noivi. And there's so much stuff on the store. I don't even know where to begin. But that's the latest thing that we've uploaded there. We got Zygarde merch. We got Kalos merch. Legendary Aura is the collection. We also put up, if you guys missed this, we also put out this, look at, dude, Noivi's actually updating these. So these hats, is he updating these? I think he is. These hats actually have a little Hidden Power emblem on the side, which is so cool. So it's a little bit more like, it is branded as Hidden Power, which is so cool. He did. He went in and updated these. But we got this is an exclusive item. Pokemon is my favorite MMORPG. Kind of an inside joke.
Perfect font for it though too.
I think it is
good.
too. He's so good. All of this is available at shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com if you guys want to support the stream and get something. Look at all these designs. All these designs on these hats are also available on shirts, hoodies, etc.
I feel like that Froakie one could be a meme too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, this
if I could, I'd buy them all.
I know.
There's so many good ones.
Like I can just see it with the caption, "Man."
Yeah. All right, but just wanted to show you guys there. We got all these new things in. Not enough episodes of the podcast to actually promote all of it, but we have so many new things in the store. So go check that out. What were you gonna say, Lumi?
So it was leaked, I don't know, 2 months ago. It was before the presents that the next TCG set, not like the next one, but like the next announced one, because Japan's ahead of us in the TCG. It was called Mega Symphony and Mega Brave, which, you know, if you're not an idiot, you can figure out means Mega Evolutions. And they even revealed it officially in the Pokemon Day Presents. They revealed the Mega Lucario specifically. Obviously, this is like supposed to eventually tie in with ZA, right? Well, it's releasing in Japan on August 1st. And that, you know, you could look at that and try to read into it for the ZA release day. I don't think ZA is releasing in August as much as I want it to. I think that it'll be like a preset where like this one will have all the Mega Evolutions you know and love, so the next one can have all the new ones.
Interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
But it is interesting to go, okay, well, if this comes out in August and TCG sets release, I don't know the exact amount, but Soul, maybe you do, like how often TCG sets release, you could hypothetically figure out when the next one will release, and that one would probably have the ZA Megas in it, which would mean ZA will probably release before that set.
Yeah, so I did a little baby breakdown on this on Twitter. Didn't get much traction, but I think people are just kind of, I don't know, ZA'd out a little bit. But either way, also people don't believe that it's going to be a little earlier than November. But this, to me, does suggest that it will be earlier than November. Because in August, this is dropping, right?
August 1st, too. Yeah,
August
like
1st.
So very beginning of August.
Then like a second deck comes out like September 2nd or something. If you look in the article here, it says that. But it's a second deck. It's not a whole set. I don't really know the difference too well, but that's what he says here in this article. But if there's new Megas in the second deck or even after that, ZA already has to be out by then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will not show new Megas in these sets. So whatever the next set is, the thing is,
I would think the new Megas would be on a cover, would be the promotion itself.
Yeah, it's possible. So like a new set though usually comes out like 2 months
for what it's
after
worth,
the game comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does say that sets usually release every 3 months. So if hypothetically this new set is releasing in August, the next set would release in November. And my thing is, they're not going to release... If Legend CA comes out in November, they're not going to also release a TCG set with Mega Evolutions in November. No. It will come after.
Yeah.
If Legend CA comes out in November, I don't think we're looking at that set coming out till December or January.
Listen, so, I really think something that we need to consider when it comes to like the promotion of all of this is that like Megas have two functions, right? Megas are maybe three. For some people, Megas are a brand new thing and they have no idea what it is, right? And for some people, Megas are nostalgic and they do know what it is and they do want to buy stuff because it is nostalgic. Like I'm looking right here at Lucario, Mega Lucario, and Mega Gardevoir. I think the Pokemon Company, through the anime, now the TCG, and even Legend ZA in that trailer, what they're doing is they're giving us one wave of nostalgia that also introduces what Megas are and the concept of it is to new people. So you get this one massive wave of nostalgia, and then you can have another wave of brand new Pokemon, brand new Megas that are new to everyone. So I think this is going to be a similar situation where they're saying, listen, let's lap up the money, right? The TCG is a really expensive place right now. And by the way, these cards look phenomenal. I love the little pop out art, like the punching pow.
Yeah, and you can like see them like legs behind.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Move part. It's pretty neat.
So these look so cool, but I think this is just what I think. They're gonna put this out, and this is just again for just nostalgia consumption. EX are back. I think what they're trying to do is not have these old Pokemon be overshadowed by the new ones necessarily.
100%.
Because they have just as much like value to the fandom. So it's like Lucario's in the box, Gardevoir's in the box. They're already, like they haven't been promoted in 10 years. These Megas are essentially new forms for those old Pokemon, right? Mega Gengar, Mega Charizard.
Yeah, there's a lot more to this than that too, because when you look at the trading card game, like this is a whole new thing actually. Apparently it's a new, I don't know how it works, but it's not the Scarlet and Violet thing. It's like a whole new thing.
New series.
New series, whatever, however that works. But so they have to build up some decks in that series. Like they can't just like be like, okay, we're not using the old ones anymore, so they have to have new ones. So this one is specifically older Pokemon, 100%. There's not going to be any new megas in this one, and this one releases August 1st. Then if 3 months later there's a new what is it, set. There's a new set, that one could have new megas in it. That would be in November,
which is in line with the new game with ZA.
When Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, the set that revealed new Pokemon from that game, it wasn't until like a month at least later. So that means that for me personally, this also triple clarifies, because there's more evidence that it will be earlier than November, but it triple clarifies to me that I think that this game comes out in late September or early October. Like that's where I'm at. I agree. The last week of September or the first 2 weeks of October.
That's cool.
And I think
go
ahead.
No,
that's when X and Y released, by the way. Just so you know, X and Y released in
that's
October.
Another thing too, is that'll be the exact 12-year anniversary of X and Y. And I think, if there's two thoughts I have. One, I don't actually buy into this, but I think it's a fun discussion. Because I don't know if we even talked about this, but the Worlds poster got revealed at a UIC the weekend before Pokemon Day, and it's the one from the Terra Leak, slightly modified, and it has clear ZA promotion on it. And like the sign is in the shape of a Z. There's Froakie, Fennekin, and Chespin on it. Worlds is in August. Again, I am not saying Legends ZA releases in August, because I do not believe it releases in August. It's possible.
It could release late August still.
I'm not thinking it, but it does at least tell me, like, dude, we're in the thick of the hype cycle at that point, for sure. And then another interesting thing about all this is, like, if I allowed myself to read too much into this,
please. This is what I love.
If they're doing a TCG set for just the old Mega Evolutions, because like y'all said, it's to introduce it to the franchise and also to go ahead and get the old ones out of the way. If I were to allow myself to read too much into that, I would say that could point to a decent amount of new ones in Legends ZA. Like, and when I say decent, obviously I mean that in relation. Like X and Y, I did a quick Google search here. X and Y introduced 28 new Mega Evolutions, and Oris introduced 20 more. Like, imagine if it did the same amount of. I mean, even Oris would be impressive, but the same amount as X and Y if it was like 28 to 30, like X and Y was 28.
We hit on it a little bit earlier on this stream, but like if Mega Evolution is the only thing in this game, then I would expect it to be in line with those two games. Like, what was it, 20, 26, and
something
28 and 20?
Somewhere in the middle.
That's what you said, Lumi? 20.
It was 20 for Oris, 28 for X and Y.
Yeah, I picked somewhere in there. That's as many megas I think as we'll get.
And that's really cool, because those did feel like a lot. Like, I remember X and Y, I thought dropped a ton of megas, and honestly, when I found out Oris was only 20 new ones, I was kind of surprised, because I was like, dude, it felt like way more than that.
Yeah. It kind of felt like that, because a lot of the X and Y Pokemon you could use in now the new Hoenn game.
Yeah, because you couldn't use them in X and Y.
Yeah, exactly.
Another big thing is, when you think about it all put together, we're talking about like almost 100 megas.
Bro,
when you add all of the megas together.
That feels good, because there's a whole variety of Pokemon.
Mega Dex here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool. A Mega Dex, dude. Oh.
Yeah, and also too, when I think about it, for that number for X and Y, the number 28 was what I gave, and honestly may have been 26, because Latios and Latios were technically coded in X and Y, like their megas were in the code, but they were not given in those games.
Same thing with Diancie.
So I don't know if that number. Well, no, Diancie wasn't. Its mega wasn't coded in X and Y. That was only Oris.
Okay.
Diancie was, but the mega wasn't. But so I don't know if that 28 includes Latios and Latios. So that would actually put it at 26 X and Y and 22 Oris.
Jake's in the chat says there was also 28 Hisuian Mon in Legends Arceus.
So that works. I was saying 28 for Legends ZA, but this makes me think maybe it's closer to 25 to 30.
Yeah,
Bro.
so when
how
you
about
look
just
at
50?
It just makes sense that literally in all of these kinds of games, they add on, whether it's a remake or whatever, they add on around 25, give or take, of the new gimmick forms.
Listen, I want
like whatever you look at.
Yeah.
Look at Gigantamax too is similar. I'm pretty sure.
Listen,
it's
the next Legends game, I want to see 25 new Convergent Pokemon. That's what I want. Where did the Convergent Pokemon go? Dude? I want more of those.
So to answer your question or your comment, Soul, you said
what is it, 18?
About the Gmax, there were 32 Gmax forms. However, if you wanted to look at that, you could say Inteleon, Cinderace, Brillaboom, Blastoise, Venusaur, and then the two Urshifus.
Yeah,
that
DLC.
Was DLC.
100%.
So it was 25 base game.
25.
Gmax forms.
That's what we're gonna get.
That's what I'm saying. So no matter what, if it's all megas or megas, half megas and half regional forms, you're still getting probably around 25, maybe 30 new forms of something.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder if
counting legendaries, and then we're gonna talk about this another time, but like if there's DLC or something, if they add more, then we're getting to like what you just said, Lumi, where Gigantamax had 32 or whatever. So the number could be, we could have 100 Mega Dex Pokemon, like 100 Mega Pokemon.
I could see that being a thing. Like this is your Pokedex, this is your Mega Dex.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I could see that in Legends ZA where like there's way more information about the megas, and that's what we have to do. That's like instead of just collecting, Bidoof and like, training against Bidoofs to like complete that dex, it's all about the mega Pokemon, right? You have to battle mega Pokemon in order to understand them, in order to fill out the mega dex. And then we also get like additional dex entries, right?
I think that's totally a thing.
There's also the conversation of like, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but like something I've been thinking is that are we all in agreement that we think Gen 10 will release November of next year?
I mean, that's just the safe bet, but obviously anything could happen.
I think
that's what
I'm leaning that way as well, but I do think that they're going to want there to be things throughout the year of the 30th anniversary to just keep us hyped, just like with the 20th anniversary. I'm using that as my example.
Champions there was that.
And it might be, but I think it's only a part of it. Because if you look at the 20th anniversary, they had the Virtual Console release. Later, they had the Pokemon Go release, stuff like that. And so what I'm saying is maybe one of those things could be a Legends ZA DLC, and maybe that could give us some more megas.
This is a good shout. I think that's definitely. I totally agree with you about the 30th anniversary,
Rumble.
like them just dropping tons of stuff. Like I think that there will be multiple things throughout the year. Like next year is going to be our year, boys, for sure.
Dude.
But
so
the
good.
DLC would be awesome.
It's sweet.
And then Champions, and then culminate it all with Gen 10, and then we keep going.
So
I don't know.
I do think ZA will get DLC. My question is,
what kind
that's a broad term. What kind of scope? Because technically speaking, Daybreak is DLC, but it's not paid DLC, and it's not like additional story, new area, things like that.
It was just, it extended the life of the game.
It did. And that's what I'm saying is, so if there is ZA DLC, because we don't know there is, I just do think there will be because Arceus did technically have it.
Yeah.
Then, like, is it a Daybreak level thing, or is it...
I mean, we can do a whole episode on this. But
we honestly should,
yeah. The only issue is like the timing of everything, but who knows?
Do we have any other news updates? Otherwise,
I don't think so.
Listen, this is fun. I think we want to start doing these news streams a little bit more frequently. We got to figure that out on our end. A lot of changes happening with Hidden Power. We love you guys so much. If you want to support, there's a link in the description. At your preference, you can join on Patreon or become a YouTube channel member. $5 does so much. If every single person joined the Discord, we literally could do this show full time. If you're new, subscribe. If you want to join, you can. $5 gets you access into the secret Discord. You get access to probably over 100 hours of like just bonus content, VODs, exclusive interviews, secret power episodes, just all that stuff that we've been producing over the last 2 years. You get discount on merch at shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. What else, Lumi? There's definitely more.
Dude, I mean,
The
like
Battle
I said,
League, you can join
Discord,
the Battle League.
The Battle League is in there. We also do tournaments.
Yeah.
Also, the fun thing about the Battle League is we have now changed that too, where you can participate in it as long as you get access to the Discord.
Yeah.
And so what that means is if you just pay the flat rate of $5, you'll do the 1 month, but then you'll lose your membership after a month if you don't, sign up to subscribe again. But you will still have access to like the general chat of our Discord as well as to the Battle League. You won't be able to hold a role like a gym leader, and you won't be able to participate in like the tournaments we do every so often, but you will still be able to take on the gyms and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you just pay that $5 like flat, you're in. So that's something to think about. It's not like you're kicked once your subscription expires. You're kicked from a few channels, but not all of them.
But also, I mean, you can also just hang out. It's way easier to just subscribe, and it's it's like it's less than a cup of coffee at a store, right? And you're helping out the podcast.
In this economy, it sure is.
Yeah, we're trying to produce more and more for you guys, and it's only possible with the financial support. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. Happy Friday. Sorry to those who have had their heart broken this week. Monfan says they got some news. What is the news? They didn't follow up. What's the news?
Dusty, wait, I have some news.
What's
Hit
the
us,
news?
Mon fans.
He's like,
Hit us, Mon fans. We're gonna wait.
Some news.
We're gonna hold the show for you, Mon fans. Be typing fast.
I have some
Type
news
right now.
I made an omelet this morning, and it was so good.
He has
Did you
the
really? 'Cause
opportunity to
I'm
do
hungry.
the funniest thing and just like send like, I went to McDonald's.
Wait.
Quilladin is on the rise.
Quilladin is on the rise.
I don't know about that, but maybe your boy Pig Knight or Embor are on the rise.
Jake's playing with two YouTuber names. I'm trying to convince him to start a new YouTube PokeTuber channel. Either Yappy
so
Quilladin or Jazzy Psyduck. He can't decide.
I keep seeing Jake's tweets and being like, I have this literally written out under one of his tweets, and it's Jake Steinberg becoming a PokeTuber was not on my bingo card. Or like I love the
truth
story
is
arc.
He might have already
The
always
story
been
arc of Jake becoming a PokeTuber. Like,
every
the
day,
whole
dude. He
story
texts me
is
something, and it's like it breaks my mind. I'm like, no Pokemon YouTuber has thought of this. Every single time. Every single time he messages.
That's what I'm saying. Like his tweets, some of them are like really fire. I'm like, whoa, this is
Dizzy
PokeTuber
Duck.
level.
Make your name Dizzy Duck.
Jazzy Psyduck.
Dizzy Duck, and it's a Psyduck.
He's got the blues. Yeah.
Then you avoid the copyright issues too.
Listen,
he might have some confusion with Duck Dad, but
yeah, that's true. Listen, when we had Jake on for the first time, he predicted, he's like, I think 2023 or 2024 is going to be a big year for Psyduck. And then Psyduck started showing up even in Pokemon Unite. And then, so Jake's current prediction is, he just said,
Mega Golduck?
I think he said like blue Pikachu, I think he said.
yeah, Meryl. I remember that one.
Yeah. So we're on the lookout. Listen, we got, I was on a stream last night on Twitch, and we were talking about how great Alolan Raichu is. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that was a 20th year anniversary game. What if on the 30th year anniversary we get another version of like Raichu or something? Pikachu ends up with another regional form.
Gorochu.
Yeah, I mean everyone's saying Gorochu, but they could do something.
But here's the thing: the more that people say that, which everyone is saying that, it happens. Like they listen, they hear us talking about Gorochu, and they're probably like, "Should we bring Gorochu back?"
My question is.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
There it is.
Is this not the cutest
Meryl? It's in the Great Marsh.
Isn't that in TCG Pocket?
This is TCG proper. No, it is Pocket.
Dude, you got to start playing it.
But
it's
it's
in the
actually
Great Marsh.
the cutest
that
Meryl
makes sense. Because it was a
seen.
Sinnoh-focused set, so they've put in the Great Marsh.
Nice. Dude, TCG
I didn't
Pocket.
even like Meryl before this. This was it.
It's a good game. It's a good game. Okay. Monfans is bringing up something, and I have no idea what it is. He goes, the news is that Mega Ring is nowhere on the rivals in the trailer, and your Rotom phone does not save you.
Yeah, so Urbane and Tawny don't have a Mega Ring. I think they'll get it later in the
Yeah.
story, kind of like how Serena and Callum do in OG X and Y, and then the Rotom phone doesn't save you. I am assuming that's just talking about how now you can like jump with the Rotom phone instead of like you just catch it and float down. Maybe, I don't know.
Where is
the Mega Ring thing is interesting for sure, but
Jake sent me something
I think they'll
about
get
this.
it later. You know, they like to do that with the Mega, because like the Mega Ring, and it's like a whole theme in Kalos too, is like power, right? And I think there's something about the rival and X and Y that was kind of like a thing, was that the rival battled you for the Mega Ring. They lost. You got the Mega Ring.
Yeah.
And it's something that kind of clearly weighs over them.
Yeah.
Like not to like a negative point, like they're not a jerk about it, but you know, you can tell that like your symbol that you walk around with is a symbol of their defeat, you know?
This is a Jazzy Psyduck, a Jake Steinberg original. He goes, in the manga, Gherkin, which I believe is Karina's grandfather or something.
Yeah.
So
The Mega Evolution
association to Mega Evolution, right? So in the manga, Gherkin gives X, the protagonist, his Mega Ring as a child, and he grows up with it. Gherkin makes a Mega Ring later for Y, the other protagonist, after she proves herself as a Mega Evolution successor. And we could be seeing something like this in ZA, where us, the child of Sycamore, right, maybe grows up with a Mega Evolution Stone, and our rival proves themselves, right? Maybe we're dealing with a tough a tough rival, right, who maybe, I don't know, just kicks butt and earns it. And so there's kind of a dichotomy there between like inheritance versus like I don't know, proving one's worth or something. But that's straight
Earned
from the
versus
X and Y
like
anime.
just privileged.
Yeah.
I wonder too if, because you know there's time skip. I wonder if maybe the Mega Evolution Guru has retired and Karina's the Mega Evolution Guru now. That would be kind of cool.
That would be pretty cool, huh? That would be pretty cool.
we shall see. We shall see. What the time skip will do.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. We got a new episode. When's our new episode? We're putting up a new episode on Wednesday. Who knows? Maybe we do another live stream on Tuesday. And, of course, there'll always be an episode on Thursday. We'll see you guys very soon. Subscribe on Patreon or YouTube.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Where's the button to end the stream? Here
I thought you were going to do
right there.
the JPR thing. It sounded